Here we are on step 8, getting close to wrapping this thing up, but there's still more to talk about, and I think I even want to do a number 9 to give you some extra material in relationship to getting all the jazz scatting stuff together. But let's listen to the rest of this song after the scatting that we just did in lesson 6 and 7, and listen to it all the way to the end, and then I'll come back and start commenting on fun things and techniques here. Pretty obvious just by listening, but check it out. Getting soulful here now.
Baby, pack up all my things and walk. Hey, baby, I'm packing all my things and walking. Hey, girl, I won't be back no more. I won't be back no more. Close the door. Hey, working on a groovy thing, girl. Oh, hey, mama. Baby, baby, I'm crying, baby. Baby, yeah. I'd rather drink muddy water. I'd rather drink muddy water. I would rather drink muddy water. Sleep out in a hollow log. May God Almighty, baby, bluish.
So just curious, not that you can really say anything to me, but you can review this in your own mind. What was your response to what you just saw there? What's different about that than lesson 6 and 7? This is what's so great about Nate. Nate is a jazz scat singer, but he's also an R&B singer. And I think you see in lesson 6 and 7, you see great examples of his scat abilities. But here at the end, we're looking more at a blues R&B singer using licks in that direction. It's more like that. He's getting some gritty tone in his voice, and he's doing some licks here. Does jump up into his head voice and jumps back down. But his approach towards this is much more R&B than jazz singer.
Baby, pack up all my things and walk. Hey, baby.
Hey baby, pack up all my things and walk. That is Blues Singer 101 right there. Check it out again.
Baby, pack up all my things and walk.
So he's getting bluesy and gritty, and he's pulling in mix and getting some vocal fry into his tone. Now, do you know what vocal fry is? Vocal fry I use for a lot of reasons, and so do other people. You can bring air through your vocal cords without pushing too hard through your vocal cords, which trashes them. So to get like a I use that to actually teach people how to get up into high head voice, because that light little in the beginning will pull the chords together in a real light, edgy way, and you can find a lot of high notes without a lot of pressure behind the throat. But you can also use that sound, baby, get that sound without putting pressure on the throat by doing that. Now that's something that singers, experienced singers who have been doing this job of singing in bands for many, many years, sooner or later you discover how you can sort of get that gritty tone. Some people discover it better than others. Some people push too hard, and trying to get that gritty tone can hurt your voice. But it is possible to sing and get that sound without hurting your voice if you just learn how to bring a lot of vocal fry through it. And vocal fry, again, is just a light execution of, when you're just singing easy, you get that gritty sound on here, and then you can kind of get that, which kind of sounds like maybe like Bill Clinton sounded, which wasn't a good thing. Bill Clinton had a voice like that because he was public speaking all the time, and he wore his cords out, and that's what was happening at that juncture. But it's confusing because you could hear that from someone pushing too hard through their cords, but there's also a way, again, of using vocal fry as a very light way of bringing the air through the cords so the cords don't resist so hard. Anyway, that's the trick of getting a good blues sound with a gritty tone.
Hey, baby, I'm packing up my things and walking. Hey, girl, I won't be back no more. I won't be back no close the door. Hey, hey, mama.
All right, this little yodel thing, who better to tell you than Nate? When I interviewed Nate, when he was doing all of this, both him and Rick were doing all these cuts for me, he talked a little bit about how he came up with that yodel thing based upon practicing intervals. So I thought maybe we'll just let Nate show that. So I'm going to show you just a portion of the clip.